mean, for me, is a little different in the sense that I went to law school, and the first day of law school, as I said, I was thinking about law school or getting a PhD and becoming a professor. And the first day of law school, I knew one day I wanted to become a law professor. But I didn't know at the time how my path was going to, how that was going to happen. And I also wanted to be a lawyer, so I finished law school, came back, I went to the University of Connecticut for law school, came back to California after I clerked a year for a judge on the Connecticut Supreme Court, and I practiced in Los Angeles for about 5 years. But again, I never gave up the dream of being a professor, and I started applying to graduate schools, and I will never forget this, that because there had always been a rumor that UCI would eventually get a law school, but it never panned out. And I was working at the law firm in Los Angeles at Foley & Lardner, and I remember getting a call from you saying, hey, the law school they're going to create a law school at UCI. And I said, yeah, really, whatever, I've heard this before. And he's like, no, no, really, they are. They formed a committee, and it's approved, and et cetera. And then I said, wow, that's good. And he's like, well, maybe you can come work here one day. And I said, yeah, maybe, we'll see, because I was about to go to graduate school at Berkeley. I went to the PhD program at the Jurisprudence and Social Policy program. And so from 2006 to 2011, I was at Berkeley, but I kept my eye on this new law school opening at UCI. And the excitement and the energy of it being an innovative law school. And so I told my advisors as I was making my way through and I was doing fairly well, you know, that's one of the schools I want to really, you know, try to get into and work at as a professor. And so, you know, I tried to lay the groundwork, and then eventually I went on the job market and things went really well, and I had an offer at UCLA Law School, I had an offer at UCI Law School. So UCLA Law School was a top 15 law school, and UCI was at the time, you know, wasn't even accredited because we're just literally in the inception phase, second year, third year at the time. And I still chose to come to UCI, and it's part of some of the things you were saying, the comfort, being a part of an institution that you feel like you can, it's small enough that you can really impact not just my department, the law school, but you know, I know people at student life, I know people in athletics, I know people with different departments, criminology, law and society department. I know people in the alumni department, you know, alumni office. I know, it's just I walk around campus and I feel connected. And that was one of the reasons I came, and the opportunity to obviously grow a brand new law school was unique, and to pick your own colleagues and be a part of the hiring your own colleagues was unique. And so the draw of UCI was those aspects of it really drew me to UCI. And the other thing I should mention is it's not just the draw of the community and the experience, but the substantive education I got here at UCI. So as I said, I was a criminology, law, and society major, and law and society is a particular subset study of law, where you look at the gap between the law in the books or the law in statutes and court cases and the law in action, how law operates for people on the ground. And UCI is a prominent hub for what's called law and society research, and my research is all about law and society research. So the education I received as a criminology, law and society major from 1992 to 96 eventually shaped my own research agenda. And so now I've come back to UCI, and I'm considered on campus one of the people who does law and society research. And so that started back in the 90s when I came here as an undergraduate. And now I'm a law and society scholar, and I'm on the advisory board of the Center for Law and Society here at UCI, it's Law and Society and Culture. And I'm a very active player in that area. So it was a scholarly or academic connection that brought me back. It was a community connection that brought me back. It was a work culture connection that brought me back here. And so now it's great. I get to mentor students. I get to work with students on a daily basis and pass on some of that mentoring, you know, to students on a daily basis and be a part of the institution. So I'm very involved. I'm affiliated with the Center for Organizational Research, affiliated with the Center for Law and Society. I have various affiliations on campus in sociology and criminology.